day, my little kitty cats. March the 26th of 2021. What do you think we're working on in science today? We will classify living and non-living things, like my kitty cat. Meow. You've been studying living and non-living for 3 days now. Is a cat living or non-living? You're right. It is alive. It has babies, needs water, needs food, needs shelter, is growing, and one day will die. We have learned a lot about living and non-living. How will we work on it today? We will watch another video, then color to classify different living and non-living things. Why? We will understand the difference between living and non-living. Yesterday you drew me 2 living, 2 non-living. Today you're going to see a lot of different living and non-living, and you will need to know how to color them to classify. Remember what classify means? To put into groups. You'll need to color all the living for this group a certain color. You'll color all the non-living a different color for a different group. Living one color, non-living in the other color. But first, let's watch our video so we can see some living, see some non-living, and remember, how do you decide? How do you know if it's living or non-living? Today, you're going to have to decide. So let's watch our video to remember and practice.
I love going to the park. There's always so much activity. Did you see how hungry those baby birds were? I wonder what other things these birds might need to grow. What else do the baby birds need to survive?
More than food, what else does a baby bird need?
If you thought about a nest, you are correct. Most birds and some other animals need shelter to protect.
Shelter. Say the word shelter. I have shelter over my head right now. The roof of the school is sheltering me. Look up. What shelter are you in right now? We don't live in bird nests. But animals, they don't have schools and houses like we do. So they build their own shelters.
From weather and predators. Did you see how far up in the tree there that nest was? Since so few animals can get that high, the nest helps to protect the babies from predators while the adults go hunting for food. So we know that animals need food, and most of them need shelter. What else do you think they might need? What else do animals need to live and grow?
More than food and shelter, they need.
Oh my gosh, look at that dog. He sure looks like he's enjoying his drink. That answers part of our question. Animals need water in order to survive. Food, shelter, water. Just one more thing left.
What else?
Ooh, it's getting a bit chilly out here. But the air is so fresh and nice. That's it. Food, shelter, water, and air. Air is the final thing that living things need to survive.
All right, let's say them all together. Food, water, shelter, air. Have you had those things today? Have you had air? Do you have shelter? Have you eaten any food? Drink any water? Those are the things you need to live. And so do the birds.
I wonder what other animals are meeting their needs in the park. Hey, what's that over there? You know, from far away I thought it was alive, but now I can tell that it's just a statue. Statues don't need food, water, air, or shelter, and they don't have offspring. The statue
No
is
babies.
non-living. Animals meet their needs in different ways, but we all have the same basic needs. Fish live in a different environment than us.
Are fish living or non-living?
But they still need air. They use gills to breathe
See these gills? That's what they use to breathe.
underwater. This toad doesn't make a nest in a tree, but it will burrow into mud or a hole in the ground for shelter. And there's some living things we haven't even talked about yet. Can you see them? The
What do you
play
see?
equipment? Nope, that's non-living. The rocks? as well. The trees? Wait, the trees. Are plants and trees living or non-living?
Do they need water? Check. Do they need air? Check. Do they need food? They make their own food with their sun and their water. Do they need space to grow? Check. Do they make tree babies?
We know that plants make new plants that look just like their parents. See these cones?
Seeds.
They contain seeds that will grow into new pine trees. And plants do have needs. If I don't water my mom's fern, it turns brown and she gets upset. But do plants have the same basic needs as animals? Can you think of things that all plants might need? What do plants need to survive?
What do they need?
I think we can fill in that both plants and animals need water to survive.
Check.
Plants also need space or a place to grow. That's kind of like shelter for animals. What about food? Plants don't eat pizza. Plants actually make their own food using sunlight, along with air, water, and nutrients.
Can you make your own food? Yeah, you can go cook it in the kitchen, but this plant can produce and make it on its own. I don't make food. I have to go buy it and cook it. But plants don't have to go anywhere to hunt or find their food. They make it themselves inside their plant.
Sun helps the plants grow and be healthy, so we can fill in sunlight and nutrients from the soil next to food and air as well. Plants and animals have a lot in common. I guess that means that plants, like this tree, are living things. So when a branch falls from the tree, is it living since it came from a living tree? It was once living. There's so much to learn about living things. Can you find plants and animals around where you live, meeting their basic needs? I think I'll go investigate those swings over there to see if they're living or non-living. See you next time.
What do you think? Swings? Are they living or non-living? Do they need water? Do they need air? Do they make swing babies? So this thing is living or non-living? Non-living. Now we've seen a lot of things. We've asked our questions. Let's review one more time. We're ready to make 2 classes today to classify living and non-living. Remember, living things, what do they need? Air, water, food, space, shelter, and they can make these cute little babies. Ask yourself those questions today to check if this thing is living. If the answer to the questions is no, then it's non-living, like the rocks. You'll have to ask yourself the questions. Does it have needs? Does it need food? Does it need water? Does it have babies? If the answers are no, it's non-living. We've spent 3 days now reviewing living and non-living. It's time for you to make 2 classes. Here you have a Google slide for your assignment. You have 4, 8, 12, 14 pictures, and you have to color all 14 pictures. You will please color the images blue for living and red for non-living. One more time. What color for living? Blue. What color for non-living? Red. You will work in your Google slide today, and I will show you exactly how to do that. I'm getting my tablet ready. Watch how I will get to my assignment. Then it will be your turn. Here's my tablet. We're already under Friday with the butterfly. Arrow up to find your slides. Here I need to make sure I'm in the English slide. Friday o viernes. We went Friday, Friday. It has your name and says Friday because it's your slide for Friday. When you click to open your slide for Friday, we want to click the pen to edit our slide for Friday. Arrow over, meow meow. Review one more time. Living, needs, offspring, babies, non-living. Here we are, ready to complete our assignment. One more time, blue for living, red for non-living. And we have to ask our questions to ourselves to know if it's living or non-living. I have my blue ready, and now I'm going to look at my first image and ask my questions. I got a boy. Think with me here. Does the boy need water? Yes or no? Does the boy need food? Yes or no? Does the boy need space to grow? Does the boy need shelter, a place to sleep and be protected at night? And does the boy need air to breathe? Yes, 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 yes. To all those questions, that means yes, the boy is living. I'll shade on top of the boy the color blue. Now I'm going to go to the football and ask my same questions. Does a football need water? Yes or no? Does the football need food? Yes or no? Does a football need space and shelter? Does a football need air to breathe? Does a football make football babies? I answered no to all those questions. Did you say no or did you say yes? If the answers are no, we're going to use what color for non-living? Click your pen on the bottom to change your color to red. And when you're coloring today, if you prefer to take your time and color in the photo, that is great with me too. Make sure your teacher can tell if that object is red or blue. So far, I've got a blue boy, he's living, a red football, non-living. Now it's going to be your turn to go color all 14 objects, blue or red, and save when you're done. Be patient to save all of your work. Once it's loaded, you can X your slide, check you have an edited slide being turned in. Then, yes ma'am, Google, turn it in. Wonderful work today, my living friends. Take your time, color your images correctly. You know this living and non-living stuff. Show what you know. I'll see you on Monday for some more fun. Adios.